So Adin Ross was cooking up. You got Adam 22. Oh, Cuck 22. No Humper. You got Adin Ross. You got Andrew Tate. He's talking about Adam 22 letting his wife get donkey smash, Donkey Kong, whatever you want to fucking call it. This is the last time I'm talking about this shit. This we the Adam shit. By Friday, we cutting it. We cutting it. We cutting it. This shit's been dragging way too long. We get it. You know what I'm saying? He's dipping into the porn star world. His wife wants to get fucked by another black man. Fuck it. But it was interesting to see Andrew Tate's perspective on it. So I just want to play this video real quick. After this, it's wraps. This Adam shit, wrap it up. Wrap it up. This shit been dragging way too fucking long. I'm surprised that this shit is still like a topic.
All right, can I just address the elephant in the room? Why is nobody talking? Yo, so Lena, you just finished. I heard the video's going crazy on Pornhub. You guys crashed it.
It's on my OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So Adam, if you don't, oh, sorry.
If you haven't seen the video, go to spankbank.com. I repeat, if you haven't seen the video, go to spankbank.com, type in Lena the Plug. That way you don't have to pay no money. I repeat. If you haven't seen the video, go to lenatheplug.com, search in Spankbank, and you can watch that motherfucker for free. Free promo, free juice, no payment.
Andrew, what happened was this. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you heard Andrew. They did a video. Basically, Adam and them, they're married. They've been married for a while. They have a beautiful family. Basically one day, they decided to basically Adam said, "Hey, hun, you can go ahead and get a BBC by this guy." So they had a big black cup insert her puss, and
Was not in the video.
I hate this nigga, man. I hate this nigga, man. I don't hate a lot of people, but I hate this nigga. I hate this nigga.
And
Yeah.
that's
True.
pretty much what happened. And thoughts, Andrew?
Well, I think I mentioned this on one of my previous podcasts. I said that I wouldn't personally do that, but it's not my personal preference. But I want to make something clear. I'm really careful about what I say to people. I don't want to insult anybody. That's not who I am as a person. If that's their personal decision to make, then they can make their own personal decisions and do as they please. I'm not here to sit and say they shouldn't do it. All I can say is that I wouldn't personally do that. That's not something I would allow my woman to.
He didn't want to do it until they saw how much they made back. Until they saw how much they made back. Nigga, they probably could afford 2 Teslas. He bought her a car. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's going to a good faith. He might have made a lot. Generational money type shit, but shit.
To do, but perhaps I'm missing something. Maybe you can tell me why I'm wrong. I'm not sure.
The thing that the most important piece of context that is missing is the fact that we already had been doing porn for, I mean, maybe 5-6 years, or really since the very beginning of our relationship. And, she is 32. She is a mother. Realistically, she's not going to be doing this forever. But we decided that it made a lot of sense for her to, seize upon the moment, the fact that she's still got her youth about her, and slurp.
Bro, she's 32. She's out the game. She's 32. 32, like, you up there with fucking Ron. 32 ain't like no youth or anything like that. At least for a woman, that ain't no fucking youth. It's over. 32 is like, yeah, it's time for me to hang it up type. Not time for me to hang it up shit, but that's like towards the age where you like, okay, I need to really like sit down, have a glass of wine. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like I need to, like Adam, like, bro, she fucking like she 25. You couldn't even open that motherfucker up. Yo, Jason Love said your girl pussy was like these. He had to stretch that motherfucker out. That means you ain't hitting it right. But fuck it, he got a bag. A bag is like, yeah, I guess a bag is a bag in this generation. It don't even matter no more. A bag is a bag. Fuck it.
Up a black cock for the fucking paper, man.
He liked it. He liked watching the video.
Yeah,
Of course he did. Kissed her in the mouth when he nutted in her vagina. Of course he did.
kind of turned on by it. I'm not gonna lie.
So my question would be, sorry, one more time, Lena, right? Correct, Lena.
Lena, yes.
Lena, do you think that you have an emotional attachment to this man now, or like you literally wouldn't care what happened to him? Let's say, heaven forbid, something, I don't know, he got locked up and went to jail or something. Like, would you care, or would you literally, you have zero interest in him as an individual?
Feel for him as I would feel for like almost anyone I'd ever met who went to jail. But like, no offense, Jason, I see you as like a male sex doll. Like,
damn, a male sex doll in front of your husband. It's crazy. It's crazy.
you were
So you
just
have no emotional attachment to him whatsoever?
no. This is where I have my emotional attachment.
Okay, well then, if you're capable of keeping that divide, then I'm not here to insult you. And the reason I don't insult people, I also want to make this very clear.
What the fuck?
Is because maybe it's just the life
Come on. Tap in, Aiden. Wake the fuck up. I'm thinking that this is my shit over here fucking up.
I've lived. But I think the internet has fucked the world up. And I think one of the ways it's messed the world up, I can just say that it's not something I would personally do. Well, if you feel like you have no emotional attachment to the guy, I think that's a good thing. I think your heart should be in. I'm not here to judge you or your life. I can just say that it's not something I would personally do.
Right. So your brother Tristan was in my DMs, like really.
Oh yeah, he had a problem with that shit. He ain't like that shit.
Sincerely trying to convince me that I had made a very grave error, a massive mistake as a result of having let my wife shoot with another man. Myself personally, having been, a couple weeks removed from the actual incident happening, I don't really feel like I made a mistake. It feels like some pretty regular porn shit. It's, I was a little bit jealous at first. It's kind of a weird feeling knowing that your woman was in the arms of another man, even if it was only for a few hours. But it's interesting. You don't seem like you have as much of a real like moral issue with the act itself.
Well, I can give you my opinion on why I wouldn't ever do it. And I think the reason I wouldn't ever do it is because I believe that a man and a woman have a connection between them. And I think that connection is solidified by sexual exclusivity from the female's part. And I believe there's an energy cord between. And I think that once that's broken with another man, I do believe there's a degree of the connection which is damaged. And I think that when the relationship is good, perhaps you will not feel it. But when the relationship is bad, or when arguments start to happen, or you start action which is damaged. And I think that when the relationship is good, perhaps you will not feel it. But when the relationship is bad, or when arguments start to happen, or
that's when she gonna throw that shit in your face. She like, you can't fuck me like how Jason Love fucked me. Had me biting the fucking pillows, had the eyes rolling in the back of my head. Adam, that's why you can't. I know I'm going over that nigga house right now. Ooh, I know she talk about this at the brunch with her homegirls. I know she do. I mean, she ain't gonna throw it in Adam's face because she don't want him to, feel insecure about himself. Driving that weak ass Honda. Anyway, she ain't gonna throw it back in his face to make the nigga feel like, she ain't gonna do that. Cause I will give Lena the proper respect. She did tell Adam, like, listen, if you don't want me to do it, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, I will not do it. Adam pushed for this. He pushed for it. This nigga's a modern day pimp.
where you start to get on each other's nerves, you might notice a slight difference in behavior, because I do also think that once the seal's been broken, for example, let's say your wife's sleeping with another man, the idea of sleeping with another man is not as intimidating as it was once was. And perhaps the idea of sitting through an argument or sitting through a rough patch in a relationship and continuing to try to work it out, as opposed to just jumping on a new man, it might be less appealing than it once was previously. So I believe, personally, if my woman had already slept with another man, she's more likely to just give up on the relationship and sleep with another man again in a rough patch. That's my personal view. Say again?
Why would I? I mean, I've never cheated on you, like, even in the lowest terms of cheating, like responding to a DM from somebody or anything. Like, I've never done any of that. Everything in our relationship has been out in the open. You know, like all my messages with the person that I worked with, I was like, hey, just so you know, like, these are the messages. And like, Adam has fucked about 200 women in front of me. and he cheated on me. So like, you know,
Adam, that's terrible.
We all got our issues. Hey, let me just tell you, about a half hour ago, I was laying on the floor in the adjacent office with a large Italian ass shaking on top of my face. She does this thing called Brazilian face sitting.
he almost died.
It's going to appear on onlyplugtalk.com, which is our weekly podcast where we interview and then fuck a different girl every single week. And this girl was really cutting off my ability to breathe. And when I would grab her ass and try to move her ass off of my face, she would grab my hands and hold on to them so that I wasn't able to escape. And Lena was involved.
The best thing to watch.
She was giving me head during all this. And so I don't know. Like, do you feel like that?
What type niggas is subscribed to that? What type of shit? What type of 1,000 ways to die type shit is that? So Shorty hit him with the Rakishi? This nigga Adam is crazy, man. Adam is, man. I guess I really can't judge that much, because didn't they do shit like this in the 70s or the 80s? Niggas was doing cocaine and getting a bitch, all type of crazy shit. This is like some, like, I don't know what the fuck you call this shit.
That affects our connection at all? Because I can, after having you shot with this guy, I can kind of understand why that shit doesn't matter to you, because you and the other guy, it don't really matter to me at this point.
I think it's, well, my personal view is that it's very different for a woman than it is for a man. And I think that, and I hope I'm wrong, if your relationship reaches a rough patch, perhaps the idea of being with another man will be more tempting than it once previously was, because the seal's already been broken. That's my personal view. I don't, with all due respect, care what you want to do with your own relationship. If it makes you happy, it should make you happy, and that's fine. And it's your decision to make. It's not my decision to make. I'm just telling you that I wouldn't do it. I can give you admiration for a degree to how well you've dealt with the pressure, I guess, or the
No fucking pressure. That nigga's loving every bit of attention that he's getting from it. There's no pressure he's getting from this shit. He loves it.
hate or the backlash. I mean, you've handled it pretty well, which I guess is good. Not a lot of people can do that. So I have to give you some degree of respect for that. But I guess you expected all that before you made the decision to do it, right?
Yeah, I did. And I mean, I've caught a lot of flack because when you first commented on me on the Tucker Carlson show, I left an Instagram comment that said, if he's the top G, I want to be the bottom G. So I do want to extend an invite that if you were ever interested in doing your first ever double penetration scene, that me and Lena, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like would
really, this nigga, man, like go somewhere, nigga, go somewhere, go.
he be a suitable candidate? Would you?
Andrew Tate
Can I
DP?
tap him in?
I don't know. No. He
Well,
looks
there's
built.
yeah,
Hold
there's
on, can I fill in real quick, Andrew? You know,
You're out, Adin. We canceled you. You're not in this conversation anymore.
fair enough. Go ahead, Andrew. Would you, Andrew? Would you double penetrate her, bro? Would you do that, Andrew? Go ahead, finish the answer.
All pop together. Is that chill?
there's absolutely 0% chance of that happening.
Thank you. Somebody with some fucking ethics and some morals. Thank you. And plus the niggas on house arrest. What you the fuck out of here, fat ass nigga.
And it's not because Elena is particularly unattractive. It's because she's married to Adam, and I have no interest in degenerate, pointless sex, and I have no interest in making a spectacle of myself or even just involving myself in anything which I deem to be overall haram and pointless. That's just not something I'd be interested in. There's not a single amount of money on the planet you could pay me to undertake. So thank you.
You hear that? There's not a single bit of money that you can do, or it's not a single bit of money that you can pay me to do no shit like that. Ethics. Adam don't give a fuck. You 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 don't give a fuck. At this point, if you homeless and you black, you could probably fuck Lena. Like, let's keep it a rack. Let's keep it a rack. You could be a heroin addict, and as long as you dark skinned, you could fuck Adam's girlfriend. He don't give a fuck. He has no ethics. But welcome to 2023. Like, Nick, shit is wild.
But no.
Because I respect you all so much.
I'm with Andrew, by the way. I couldn't get paid any amount of money to fuck. No, no offense. Adam, respect to you. Degenerate sex. I'm not with that. No
Yeah,
amount
you
of
make
money.
$1 a month sitting on your ass. So, and that's from one sponsor, I think, right? So,
Stop exposing him.
no, I mean, I read it. I read it online.
But yeah, I'm with Andrew on that one.
So do you two think you're going to stay together forever?
Who the fuck is recording this?
I mean, if Adam cheats on me again, maybe not. But
I'm not a cheater anymore. I left that in the past.
that wasn't the old days. He likes to say,
If you get a divorce, don't you think people are going to attribute it to this event?
I always think that we're gonna be together.
Anyway, I guess. Hey, listen. They got the money. Listen, I need this wrap this shit up by Friday, please. We're tired of this shit. We're tired of it. It's time to talk about something. New. You dropped your porn tape, or you dropped your mixtape already. All right, cool. The weekly numbers came back in. Let's wrap this shit up by Friday, please. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. It's a good interview by Adin Ross and Andrew Tate. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.